opportunity and what sort of business model you can set in, what sort of infrastructure support you can give, what sort of financing you can do, what sort of export-import you can create for your business model. You have opportunities to realize this is not one-way traffic. This is a two-way traffic. And we want to add bilateral trade. We want to add bilateral investments. We want to add bilateral finance. We want to support Japanese companies who want to set up the operations. It is easy to set up business in the Gulf. It's a flat 10% tax. Getting cost-effective labor is possible. You have India in the subcontinent can give you the technical skill in real order, in addition to Japanese know-how. We have other expatriate labor force available. Bilingual opportunities are available. And for you to sit in a business model and cost-effective labor, cost of capital is cheaper. And again, with the economic momentum in the making, I want you to relish this opportunity. Come and do business in Qatar. I thank one and all for your participation. And I would like to answer to any of your questions if you have. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Arigato, I should say. Domo arigato. For your kind attention.
ドクター・シーサルマン、どうもありがとうございました。それではせっかくの機会ですので、ドクター・シーサルマンへのご質問がありましたら、どうぞご提起ください。同時通訳されますので、日本語でご質問いただいて問題ございません。
Who's going to start the first question? The ladies waiting in the wings to ask question, or here? Those who ask the first question will get a, oh, here. I have not announced the prize still. They're going to get a pen from Doha Bank. I'll give the mic to this gentleman, please. English or Japanese?
English, of course.
Okay.
The Middle East growth in 2011 and 2012 was around 5.3. But the previous year it was 3.6, and the prediction is again 3.6 or something. And you also mentioned that it is mostly due to valuation of dollars. And in spite of the Arab rising and it has grown. What do you think is the major reason? Is it because it is mostly based on hydrocarbon economy, or is it that the future is going to be a stronger dollar?
Yeah, you asked multiple questions in the same question. I'll answer one by one. See, the opportunity for the Gulf states is, as I said, it's a commodity-driven economy. That's why, while advanced economies are underperforming, 1% or 2%, or even negative performance in Europe, leave the emerging markets. The Gulf economies, Middle East economies in total have produced 5.5% this year on account of the higher oil prices. When, as I said, currencies and commodities are intertwined. When dollar is weakening, you hit the risk by buying commodity futures. That's why oil futures are going up. It's not the physical demand of oil has gone up. So that was the reason why the Gulf states could mobilize huge amount of oil money. And again, the gold is also similar reflection. When dollar gets weakened, people go for commodity futures, including gold. Gold is no more a commodity, it's a currency as well. So currency has got a major role to play in the overall functional makeup of the Gulf states. And they're all parity linked to dollar. So that reflects real terms. And the economic sustainability comes out of non-hydrocarbon in the coming days. While the MENA region is around 3.6% next year, the Gulf states still is going to coast not less than 6% growth. And non-hydrocarbon is going to be the driving force. Qatar non-hydrocarbon is 9.1%, while Hydrocarbon is around 4.4%. Still, average out, it's over 6% growth. That's a huge financial stability. While the rest of the world is talking about, China is under pressure now. I mean, this year is 7.3, 7.4%. Next year, possibly 8%. But the Gulf states are nothing but commodity-driven economies. They will have sustainability because energy security is a major requirement, even in the emerging markets. That's why we could consign more nowadays to Japan. Or China is importing huge amount of LNG, oil. So that's the kind of economic momentum we are looking at it. We are also diversifying so that non-oil in the next 5 years takes a major leap. Next.
Thank you.
Someone in the front row.
それではせっかくの機会ですので、日本語で質問をさせていただきます。日本とカタールの関係は1972年に始まった。その時は私もさすがに子供でございましたけれども、カタールのガスが最初に契約が決まった時ですね。その時は私はドーハの大使館で書記官をしておりました。で、その時のことから考えるとですね、今のこの LNG の発展ぶりというのは本当に喜ばしくて、心からおめでとうと申し上げたいと思っております。で、日本とカタールの関係がですね、このようにカタールにとって一番の貿易相手国が日本という経済関係がこんなにも発展しているにもかかわらず、あまりその文化面とかそれから政治面での関係は深まっていないように思います。ドーハバンクとされてはもっとですね、その文化面に対しての貢献、例えばカタールの良いリーダーのですね、本を翻訳するとか、なぜこういうことを言うかと言いますと、私は翻訳会社の社長をしているからでございますけれども、そういった分野に貢献をされるというお考えはないのでしょうかと。例えばですね、フランスを見てください。カタールの大使館がフランスのどこにあるか、パリのどこにあるかご存知ですか？どれぐらいの大きな大使館であるか。それで日本の大使館、ドーハの大使館がどんなに小さいか皆さんご存知ですか？東京の大使館もそうです。もっと大きくなると思いますけれども、関係がもっと深まるために銀行のビジネスだけではなくってもっとその文化に力を入れていただけないかということをお願いしたいと思って質問いたしました。
Okay, allow me to explain in English. Good question. First of all, your concern is valid. You were small in 1972. I was also young, 13 years old, rather. It's an enormous amount of understanding required between these two countries. And the gentleman has been quite right in communicating. He was a party to the overall economic momentum. He was in Qatar when the first consignment in 1996, Chuba Electric, when they were importing LNG. That's why Qataris have got a special relationship. They have Japan in their heart. And the second secretary is a witness to it. Definitely we need cultural exchanges. Culture comes in, the rest of the alignment comes in. The heart speaks to each other when there is a cultural alignment. Your Japanese ambassador, the predecessor, the current one as well as the previous one, are trying to bring in the culture together. I know some of the initiatives taken, and I have partaken in some of the initiatives, in Doha. And Japanese educational system also being studied in Qatar Foundation, as I know. There are opportunities to have transfer of knowledge, transfer of culture. These are integral part of our overall functional makeup, I'm sure. In the coming days, your point is well taken. And I don't know the size of the embassy. I can't comment on it, except the second secretary will communicate to the ambassador. Definitely. Huh? Small size, he says. Yeah, we deserve.
Real estate here is so expensive.
Real estate is expensive, he says. Next. We also want to bring in Arab Asian Economic Forum as well. Am I right, Afaf? We have done it in Singapore, Indonesia. We want to bring that partnership stronger than ever. West Asia is the next choice for bringing the cultural exchanges. Good. Third question. A lady should ask this time for a change. Yeah, here you go. Say. She's going to get a special pen from Doha Bank.
Thank you so much. 日本語で今日本は超高齢化社会に進んでまして、3000万人65歳以上が3000万人を今年超えました。カタールの高齢化がどのように進んでいるか私には全くわからないんですが、これから日本に投資をされるときにそういった超高齢化社会に向けてどのような産業分野に日本のどのような産業分野にでしたら投資をされてもいいとお考えであるでしょうか。その辺のことは私はたまたま日本の、一般の高齢者の相談にも応じておりますので非常に興味深く思っております。よろしくお願いします。
Again, a very valid question. Allow me to respond in English. Our question is, most of you must have heard, with the aging population, a significant portion of the demographic framework, if you look at it, is to be concerned about the aged populations and what sort of industry you will invest, if at all, and why. See, the investment opportunity comes in multiple forms. It's not necessarily confined to the younger population who has to be the intensive labor within the frame. If you put a manufacturing, you need skilled manpower. If you put a financial service industry or investment partnership or joint ventures in areas where it's less labor intensive, or even in a third-party locations where investment partnership comes in. Joint ventures comes in not necessarily within Japan. You need additional social security for aging population. You need to create enough sinking fund to make sure aging population are taken care in terms of health care. Social security comes in. But you have to generate revenue that can come out of your investment partnership. It could be in Japan, it could be any other middle country. That's the kind of opportunity we should look at. Less labor intensive institutions we should look at. The business model should be bilateral. We have to look at the specifics of these opportunities and then try to promote. There could be cross-fertilization in terms of labor market as well, so that the tourism sector goes in real order. Qatar is going to open up sports tourism. Qatar aging population can also leverage on the overall travel segment. At the same time, you have less intensive investments, labor intensive investments, you make it here for manufacturing and create a joint venture or investment partnership in the middle location or either of these locations to have employment opportunities for the young generation. All sort of options. It could be hydrocarbon or otherwise. It could be non-hydrocarbon sector as well. We can explore this option. It could be 2020, you're a candidate as well, right? We're running out of time, but I'll have one more question if at all. Yes, gentlemen, please.
すみません、日本語で質問させていただきます。今私はいちごホールディングスっていう環境部門の会社におりますけれども、主としてやってることがモバイル型の耐水化装置とか、あるいは小型のウィンドレンズですね、ウィンドパワー、それに、砂漠の中で水脈を見つけるという技術を扱ってますけども、正直言いまして、ベンチャー企業です。で、ここに書かれてるカタールさんがいろいろやってるっていうことは、私100も承知で、もう中東には30年以上やってるんですけども、超大手のブランドのある会社はそれなりにエスタブリッシュされてると思いますけども、我々のようなですね、中小あるいはベンチャー企業、しかし技術を持ってる。で、このところ少なく見ても3、4年相当エネルギーを費やしてコストもかけてやってますけども、なかなかですね、拉致が開かない。で、今日せっかくドーハ銀行の頭取さんがお見えなんですけど、例えばドーハ銀行さんっていうのはこういったようなベンチャー企業をどっかでサポートしたり、助けるって言いますか、サポートしたり、あるいはグッドアドバイスいただけるとか、そういったようなですね、現地でのベンチャー企業のいわゆるビジネスのペニトレーションですね、これのところには何かお力添えいただけるんでしょうか。以上です。
Sure, sure. Very good question again. All are intelligent people asking intelligent questions. Let me share my views on this. The market momentum, if you look at world over, especially to have sustainability in terms of employment, you need to create jobs. What's happening in the world today, political stability comes in only on account of social stability. If there is lesser opportunity for employment, then politically you get unseated. Source of wealth distribution as well as employment is a key for every single country in the Gulf states. They are all focusing on small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. They want to develop social entrepreneurs as well. Billions of dollars have been committed for SMEs. I want the Japanese SMEs to come. I did mention in my speech that I've seen many SMEs engaged in renewables in Nagoya Township. I've seen, apart from Toyota corporations, there are many solar schools, solar companies who are doing productive jobs. Now, if you look at the Gulf states, whether it is Qatar or UAE or Dubai, everyone has got a clear focus on bringing transfer of knowledge and developing small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. I seriously suggest you communicate to me or my team members. We will respond to you what are the various opportunities on SME. We are the largest single brand in Qatar. We have given billions in SME as Doha Bank. Whether it's working capital finance, whether it is term loans or insurance support or infrastructure, we have collaboration with a telecommunication company. We give the infrastructure, we finance them. If it is a new entrepreneur, we are coordinating with Qatar Development Bank, a program called Al-Damin. Doha Bank has got a program called Tadwir, where we finance the small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. I want the Japanese companies to come to Qatar, set up their infrastructure in the industrial. There are 3 industrial zones. Easy to do business in Qatar or the rest of the Gulf states, especially Dubai or free zones are there. Come and set up your SME. We will support. I have a branch in Dubai. I have a branch in Abu Dhabi. I have a branch in Kuwait. I have a branch in Enough Network in Doha. We will support SME. That's our commitment. I call upon the Japanese small and medium-sized entrepreneurs, come and explore this option. We will give you the advice.